So I just dropped one of the most important updates into the Oink for Influencers toolkit for Amazon influencers. If you're an Amazon influencer and you don't have that already, it is free to download from the Google Store. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll link it down in the description below. You guys have been asking me for this over and over again because it's been one of the biggest pain points as an Amazon influencer. And I'm going to be honest, it's important because not just right now, in the future, it is going to be one of the tools that is a direct line between the commissions that you're currently making and making more commissions in the program. It's going to be the most likely tool outside of Creator Connections to take money that's sitting on the table and put it back into your pocket. So let's get into it. So what you guys have been telling me over and over again is that you need a list of every video that's on your storefront that has products tagged on it that are no longer for sale. Because what we're going to do is we are going to take that list and try to retag those videos with products that are actually viable. Sometimes the brand will like leave that listing to die on. They'll make a completely different page for that same product. We could retag that product and start making money again. Sometimes another brand will sell that exact same product. I'll retag that. If it's the exact same product, I am promoting the products. I am not promoting the brands. And if one of these goes deactive or inactive, I'm just looking for a way to tag that exact same product. If we can revive something from the dead and take it from a non-money making opportunity back to a money making opportunity, that is just as valuable, if not more valuable, than getting a new product in, creating content, uploading it, and hoping that it works out. This is actually, your content's already done here. So I've done that. You're going to have a list of every video on your storefront that has products no longer tagged. Here is how this is going to work. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to go to your storefront. We're going to do a fetch. Here, you're going to do your, if you haven't done this before, you're going to do your clear shop ASINs, and then you're going to refresh the page, come back, and then do another fetch. The fetch, once it's done, is now going to have a section in it. In the backside, you don't have to worry about it. I shouldn't say backside, the back end, that verified all the pricing for every single ID now. And anything that didn't have a price is going to end up on a list. Where is that list? I'm glad that you asked. Let's go to our storefront health check. So you're going to notice we have a new category here called Unavailable. This is every video that I currently have that has products on it that are no longer priced. Basically, tagged products that are no longer available. Now, there are going to be some of these where maybe I tagged 2 things in it. One of them might be available and one of them is not. But for the most case, I tagged 1 product on almost all these, and that 1 product is no longer priced. And you can see here, like, look at all these opportunities I have to look for retagging. And I'm going to show you, we're actually going to do some retagging here so I can show you exactly how I approach this. So this is pretty much everything. So let's just go through this process. So how do you retag? Let me show you. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on the first one here. I already have this open, and it's this product right here. Now you can see here's my tagged product. It does not have a price associated with it. But at least now we know what the product was and what it looked like and the brand name and all that kind of stuff. So if you actually click that, it takes us to the product page, and you can see here we have an up close picture of this, and yeah, it's not for sale anymore. I can't make any money on this, but there are videos over here. I'm probably, yep, there I am right there. So what I want to do is I want to see, one, does this brand actually still sell this particular product? So if I click the brand name right here, it's going to take me to the brand page, and I do see it actually still right here. But if I click that, it actually just takes me right back to the currently unavailable. So it seems that this particular brand, at least through their brand page, no longer offers this. Now what I'm going to do, and this is where you're going to find the majority of your retagging opportunities, take that exact same title, copy it, and you're going to dump it into the Amazon search. Whenever I did that, I just put it right here, and now what I have is, look, literally the first product showed up right here. And so what I'm going to do now is I am going to click this. It is the exact same product, and look at this, the exact same brand. So not only did they change the product page, they've actually changed their brand page altogether, because that's the exact same one. So I can retag this. This is the exact same one. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go back. I'm going to click the edit button. Here we go right there. I'm going to actually remove that one because it is no longer any good. I'm going to do a browse history, and there it is right there, retagged. Boom, boom, send that thing in. That has now been retagged. I'm going to close all of these, and I'm going to mark this now as fixed. So if I was unable to fix that, if it's just something that was not able to be fixed, I would have marked it as resolved. I'll explain more about that here in just a little bit. So that's the first one. Let's find another one. Okay, we're gonna go to this one here. How big is this pull float? We're gonna click that. Whenever we click that, it's gonna take us to the video page. We can see the product is tagged right here, the Woolkick pull floats. If I click that right there, it takes us to this page. You can see the product page here. There's somebody that's enjoying their pool, having a good time, but definitely unavailable. Whenever I clicked the brand, it did not have a brand page anymore at all. So what I did is I took the title. Again, this is going to be one of the most powerful ways to do this. I copied that and I simply put it into the search and take a look at the very first one here. Again, looks awfully familiar, right? So if you look at the one that I had, blue, green, red, kind of camouflagey, blue, green, red. Let's click it, and whenever we click it, what we are going to see here is this is indeed the exact same. There's those people there having a good time, which happened to also be on the original one. If we take a look here, there's that girl right there. She's having a good time. She's in her white bikini. There she is right there too. So this is the exact same product here that I can now retag. You can see there's one sitting right there. So what I'm going to do is, now that I found it, the exact same thing that I did before, I'm going to go here, going to do edit. I'm going to actually remove that one because it is no longer of value to me. And we're going to click that right there. Done, done, and send it on its way. That is now a viable video that was not before, actually selling pretty decently too. Now that I've done that, I'm going to click fixed right there. Now again, like I said, sometimes some of these, if you cannot fix them because you just can't find another retagging opportunity, what you're going to do is you're going to click the resolve button. So what's going to happen is the next time you do a full storefront fetch, is going to show you those exact same results again, just in case they happen to become retaggable. But between now and then, every time that you look at this storefront check, it's not going to show you those same results. It's only going to refresh your results whenever you do a storefront fetch. So if I was to close this and I came back, those will not be here right now until I do another full storefront fetch. But these are a lot of opportunity that you can go through and try to find these. Now, the reality is some of these certainly are not going to be viable anymore. They are not going to be possible. There's a few things you need to keep an eye on. You know, check the brand page, do the copy of the title just like I showed you. Sometimes you can get creative and come up with other ways, but what I found is to spend the least amount of time with the most amount of results, I would just do exactly what I'm doing here, is going to the product page, checking by the brand, and then copy and pasting the title and just look through the results and see if you see anything that looks familiar. All you need it to be is the exact same product. The other listing's dead. You need to retag it. Make sure it's the exact same product. And with that in mind, also watch out, because sometimes some of the features, the product might actually look the exact same, but some of the features might be slightly different. Like for example, earlier I was looking at a jump starter where it was the exact same look, but one had a much higher megahertz than the other one, so I wasn't able to retag that. But for the most part, these products are going to be the exact same. So again, a really important tool to go through and use now, but to continue to monitor as you go on, because this continues to be a problem. You're going to make content make videos that are eventually going to go inactive. They're going to be unavailable. This will allow us to keep our finger on the pulse of that all the time, to make sure that our content is as up to date and tagged as possible. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Put it to good use. You're going to spend some time, because depending on the size of your storefront, this might take some time to go through, and you're going to end up sometimes going through 5 or 10 and not having anything that you can retag. That's totally okay. It's the ones that you can retag that are the important ones. So that's it. Let me know how it goes. Let me know if you guys have got any questions. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, if you're an Amazon influencer, I'll put a link down below so you can go and download this now. And as always, peace out.